Greetings, YouTubers, and welcome back to another Toddy Walnuts collection video, collection overview. And we're going to go over the Vinegar Syndrome partner labels that I have in my collection, which is not too many at the moment. Actually, this is all of them here. And I have them somewhat alphabetized. I'm going to talk a little bit about them and show you the ones that I have in my collection. And then you can leave comments below and give me suggestions of ones that I'm missing that you really like, you think I should add to my collection. So if that sounds interesting to you, please stick around, get yourselves relaxed, get a beverage and a snack, and let's check out these Vinegar Syndrome partner labels. So jumping right into it here, we start with the AGFA Horror Trailer Show. AGFA stands for American Genre Film Archive, and it's a company that's been around for quite a while now, and they kind of specialize in restoring cult classics and horror films from the 60s all the way up until the 2000s. And this is a horror trailer compilation Blu-ray. It's really cool. This one sold out pretty quick. It was limited to 1,500, and this one sold out pretty early, and it was going for a lot of money in the secondary markets. So this is a really cool set to have. I love the trailer compilations. And then the second one is also a trailer compilation from AGFA. This is the Cult of AGFA, where the first one was strictly horror movies. This one was the cult classics and stuff like that. This was even more limited at 1,000, and also this one did sell out, and it was expensive on the secondary market. I don't know what these are going for now. These came out a couple of years ago now. Really glad to have those in the collection. Let's see here. I got to give myself a little more room. These are Amityville movies. I guess technically these would be part 5 in the franchise, and I think these came out in 1990. This is called the Amityville Curse, and these are both the same movie, it just has different covers. And let me see what company put these out. A company called TVA. Let's see if we can look at the spine here. This was a partner label of Vinegar Syndrome. This was one cover here. I really like that. This one was limited to 2,000. And this one may even be a little bit better. I guess it's just a personal preference, but I think that one's pretty cool. This was also limited to 2,000. I'm not exactly sure how the timeline works for the Amityville movies. Like I said, I think this would be part 5 in the franchise, but I don't know which ones are official Amityville movies and which ones were just kind of borrowing that name, because there have been probably 20 or more Amityville movies over the past, decade or so. So that is the one from 1990, though. I guess part 5. The next one, I really enjoyed this one. This is called At the Video Store. It's a documentary about just common movie buffs and movie collectors who are kind of, I guess, reliving the memories that they had at video stores. There are a couple of big-time YouTubers that participated in this. If you guys know Cinema Massacre, or Cinemassacre, his name is, the angry video game nerd, James Rolfe, I think his name is. He's in here quite a bit, and one of my buddies, Weird Paul, is in here as well. Weird Paul has a great collection, and he had a really great couple of segments in this movie. I'm going to link both of their channels down below. Everybody knows Cinema Massacre, or Cinemassacre, I guess. But I want you guys to check out Weird Paul, too. He's got a great channel. He's a really cool guy. And he's in this documentary, and I really love this. It was limited to 1,000. I think pretty sure it's sold out. This was put out by a company called ETA Media. I don't know if you can see that, but if you can, get your hands on this. It's a really great documentary about the VHS rental stores from back in the day, and you get to hear common collectors and their memories just like yours. So if you get a chance, check that one out. That's one I could definitely watch again. Okay, so take 3. This is the third take talking about this movie, and I said something in the first clip and I laughed at my own joke, and the second take I was still laughing. I'm not going to repeat what I said, but this is Bat Pussy. This is a parody of Batman, the Batman show, obviously, and I still haven't watched this yet, but it's just a sleazy comedy take on the Batman genre. This was limited to 2,000. If anybody wants to comment about that, please feel free to do so in the comment section. And the next one was another hot ticket. This is the Bloodorama Triple Frightmare. And the thing about this release and the next one that I'm going to be showing you is I think a lot of people were kind of late to this one, and by the time Vinegar Syndrome had their Black Friday sale, these were getting snatched up like crazy and they ended up selling out. And this is a 3-movie pack. It's limited to 5,000. I'm going to take the plastic off so we can look a little further inside. So here's what the keep case looks like. Bloodorama triple feature. And the 3 movies you get are Help Me, I'm Possessed, Night of the Strangler, and Carnival of Blood. Really cool, kind of under the radar, low budget horror movies from the 70s. Help Me, I'm Possessed was from 74, Night of the Strangler 1972, and Carnival of Blood was 1970. Not to be confused with Malatesta's Carnival of Blood. That was a completely different movie. And you can see again, this was from the American Genre Film Archive. 266 minutes total running time, all region. These are really fun movies. Let's pop this open really quick. Not a whole lot going on the inside, but nonetheless, I mean, these were priced very affordable. I think these were probably like $20, but when they sold out, they were going for way more than that. We'll take another quick look here at the slipcover. Really nice and thick, just like the Vinegar Syndrome ones. All the partner label ones have the same type of quality in their slipcovers. So that is the Bloodorama triple feature. And the next one is the Bloodorama Triple Frightmare 2 with the slipcover. This one feels pretty heavy. This one was only limited to 2,000. Pretty sure both of these are long sold out now. You get Love Goddess of Blood Island, mature audiences only. Follow That Skirt, and The Undertaker and His Pals, which has had a couple of different releases by now. Probably a lot of you have that. I'll take the plastic off of this one too, and we'll check it out inside. Okay, so there's the slipcover. This was a little certificate that came with it. We'll look at that in a minute. And it also came with the booklet. And here's the keep case. We'll look at this one first. So you get the triple feature titles, which we already talked about. This was put out by AGFA in conjunction with Something Weird Video. So you know this is going to be pretty good. So the Love Goddess of Blood Island, and also known as Six She's and a He, came out in 1964. Follow That Skirt, also known as Mondo Weirdo, came out in 1965. It's only 27 minutes running time. And The Undertaker and His Pals, 1966, 62 minutes running time. Comes with some outtakes and trailers, drive-in snipes. You can watch the full uninterrupted program in drive-in mode. That's pretty cool. 166 minutes total running time if you decide to watch it back to back to back. There's the inside of the keep case, the disc. Take a minute here and we'll read this certificate of assurance. I don't remember what this was, but it just says, I hereby certify that I am of good health and sound mind and should be permitted to view. Just kind of a little gimmicky permission type slip in the shape of a postcard. And the booklet, it's pretty nice. This is a really nice set, actually. Probably 15 to 20 pages, I would guess. And it just shows some write-ups and stuff about the movie. I'm not going to go too in-depth on this, but it's cool when they include booklets with info on the movies and such. So I'm really glad to have these two triple features. And one more last look at the two triple features, Bloodorama, Triple Frightmare 1 and 2. I would recommend these if you can get your hands on them. The next one here is another kind of a collaboration between AGFA and Bleeding Skull, which is a partner of Vinegar Syndrome. And this is a movie called Boarding House. This was limited to 5,000. I don't know if these sold out or not. I really had a hard time getting through this movie. I really didn't care all that much for it. I will probably give it a second watch, but I would probably give this like a 4 out of 10 from what I remember about it. It was a pretty low budget. This guy here, the lead actor, was also the director of the movie. And it was just a very silly, ridiculous movie. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on this if you've seen it. Next one is a Christmas-themed movie from a company called Dark Star, called Carnage for Christmas. I have yet to watch this one, but it looks cool, and I do enjoy holiday-themed horror movies. Also called Satanic Panic, limited to 1,000. I don't know if this is a double feature. I'm going to pull it out. I don't remember. I think this may be a double feature, but here's what the Dark Star logo looks like there on the bottom. Let's take the plastic off really quick and we'll take a look inside. So it looks like this movie here, Carnage for Christmas, is a 2024 horror movie about Christmas, and the other movie called Satanic Panic is a separate movie that they're calling a bonus feature here on the back. That's a pretty cool cover. It's plain, but it's effective. I like that. I like the way it looks. And you can see here at the bottom the Dark Star logo again, and 2024, 70 minutes running time. And if you look at the extra features, it says you get Satanic Panic full feature as a bonus feature. I haven't watched either of these, so again, if you've seen it and you want to comment about it, just keep it spoiler free. Okay, so the next two are the same movie. This was put out by AGFA. This was before AGFA was a partner label with Vinegar Syndrome. This was a Blu-ray release that I picked up probably 10 years ago called Effects. It's a low-budget horror movie that was, I believe, directed by Tom Savini, and he also acts in the movie as well. And Joe Pilato, you may remember him mostly from Day of the Dead. Yeah, you can see that there in the bottom. He's also in this movie. Let's see if we can find him on the back. There's Savini. This movie came out, I believe, in the early 80s. It doesn't say on the back, but with this particular edition, the reason I brought this out, it's not part of the Vinegar Syndrome catalog as a partner label, but they did release it as a 4K, and here's the 4K slipcover. Here's the AGFA logo. So now this is part of the Vinegar Syndrome partner label, and this was limited to 2,000 as the 4K. So I now have the, I think this was a Blu-ray DVD combo. Nope, just Blu-ray. So here's the Blu-ray and the 4K for effects. The next one is, this was another hot ticket. This was limited to 1,000 and people snatched this one up right away. It was going for a lot of money on eBay. This was put out by AGFA and Something Weird Video. And way back in the day, Something Weird Video had these out on VHS tapes. And what these are is a 2-disc collection of like animations and snippets that you would have seen during breaks at like a drive-in movie or in movie theaters. It's called Hey Folks, It's the Intermission Time Video Party. And this was pretty fun. I didn't watch all of them. It's a really cool set. There's limited to 1,000, but it's just, it's a really cool little kind of walk down memory lane to see some of these things. And actually a lot of these that I watched, I had never seen before. So it was kind of fun to watch these. And it goes all the way back to, if I remember, like in the 50s and 60s even, some of the drive-in animations, the intermissions and the little animations that they would show while you're going to the bathroom or going to get snacks or just to stretch your legs. I really recommend this. If you can find it, grab it. The next one is called Mom and Pop, the indie video store boom of the 80s, 90s. Now that I'm seeing this, I'm kind of wondering if I got this one mixed up with the first one I showed you guys earlier at the video store. I can't remember which one had Weird Paul and Cinemassacre in it. But now that I'm seeing Mom and Pop, I think this is the one that I was thinking of. So this one has Cinemassacre and Weird Paul in it. And again, I recommend both of them actually, but this one was really good. It shows a lot of people and their memories of renting. And some of the guys had kept their rental cards still to this day, even though the mom and pop shops have been gone for decades now. They still have their cards that they collected. I really love this, and I would definitely recommend it, and I would watch this again, limited to 1,000. If you can get your hands on that, check it out. Mom and Pop, the indie video store boom of the 80s, 90s. Those were some great times. The next one is also AGFA and Something Weird Video, and this is called, I still haven't watched this yet. This was kind of an impulse buy, and I think I only got this for like 10 bucks with the slipcover. The Monster of Camp Sunshine. I just thought that cover looked great. So I picked it up, and I do plan on watching it. I just haven't seen it yet. Limited to 3,000, and it shows some of the ads on the back that you might see in, like on the back of a monster magazine or comic books. Really, really cool. Looking forward to getting into this movie at some point, but I just haven't yet. The next one is a low-budget slasher movie called Night Ripper. And I don't remember what this was limited to, and for some reason I didn't jot it down. But from what I remember of it, it was very, very middle of the road. But if you enjoy slasher movies, I would say give it a shot. Night Ripper. Oh, I didn't even tell you what company put this one out. It's a company called Culture Shock. I don't know if you can see that there. It's kind of hard to see. I have it in a bag, but that's Culture Shock, which is a partner of Vinegar Syndrome. So the next one here is called Scalper. I didn't see this one yet either. I bought this on Black Friday last year. It was really cheap. It looked pretty cool on the cover, and I didn't pay very much for it. It was limited to 1,000. This was put out by Dark Star, another Dark Star movie. It just looked cool, so I grabbed it. And it was kind of a low number, so even if the movie's trash, I'm not out much. It's not much of a gamble. Now the next one here is called Scream Queen. And when I ordered this, I talked about this on my channel before. It was limited to 1,500. It's a documentary about A Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's not the documentary about Nancy, Heather Langenkamp. It's not that one, and I was thinking it was for some reason. It's about one of the actors in either part 2 or 3, I don't recall, who was a homosexual. He was one of the lead roles in either 2 or 3, I don't recall. And they're calling this Scream Queen. It's a documentary about him and his homosexuality and all that stuff during the time of filming and everything. This was limited to 1,500. It's a really cool edition. I like that pink slipcover with the kind of the claw slashes through it. I still haven't watched it yet, though. I'll check it out at some point. I was hoping it was the Nancy documentary, but it wasn't. And the next one is another AGFA in conjunction with Something Weird video. This is called Shakorama Video Party. You get 4 movies here: The Naked Witch, Violated, Ghosts of Hanley House, and Passion in the Sun. They're calling them 4 bone-chilling shockers of unbearable horror. This one was limited to 2,000. A lot of these were VHS rentals back in the day. And I'm sure this will probably bring back a lot of memories to some people, but I don't recall ever watching any of these movies before. But I'm sure it's fun, and I'm looking forward to checking these out. And the next one is a documentary about records called Vinyl Nation. This was put out by, let me see if I can find it, ETR. I'm not sure. This was limited to 1,000. I remember having quite a huge record collection when I was a kid. My mom and dad definitely did, and I was introduced to so much great music when I was a kid. I'm so blessed that my parents were music and movie fans, and it carried over with me, and it's something that I'll always treasure. My memories about movies, and still to this day I love movies and music. I was introduced at a very young age to the Beatles, as most of us probably were. Johnny Cash, Elvis, The Temptations, stuff like that. The Detroit Spinners. I still listen to all this music to this day. And music and movies never die. You know, we get older, we die, but this stuff lasts forever. So I still haven't watched this yet, though, but I'm really looking forward to checking it out. I'm glad I grabbed it. If anybody has seen it, you can comment down below. Just, I guess, if there's spoilers, what are you going to do? It's a documentary, but I'd be curious to hear if anybody watched this. Now, these last 6 titles here, I think technically they're not partners with Vinegar Syndrome, but these are really nice releases by a great company called Terror Vision. And maybe they are partner labels with Vinegar Syndrome, but I'm not sure. I don't think they are, but they may be. Who knows? This first edition here is a nice quality box set, and these are shot on video movies called Video Violence and Video Violence Part 2. And it comes in this, let me see if I can show you a little bit closer here. It comes in a hard outer shell, and then on the inside is a double thick slipcover with the keep case inside of it. And this is a really beautiful edition. I don't know what these were limited to. I think maybe around 5,000 or so. I think these sold out pretty quick. If you like shot on video and practical effects and gory, a lot of like splatter, I call them splatter flicks, a lot of blood and carnage, then you'll probably like these. I know shot on video is not for everybody though, so be aware what you're getting into before you buy these. The next one is another low-budget horror movie called Wood Chipper Massacre. Just that title alone will draw you in. This one was limited to 2,000. Now these next 2 I talked about on the channel quite a bit, so I'm not going to bore you to death again with these, although I do strongly recommend this movie. This is the same movie, just 2 different covers, and I'm gonna show you side by side here. This is a Halloween special called WNUF Halloween Special, and it is a kind of a throwback piece. I believe the movie came out like 5 or 6 years ago, but it was made to look like it came out in 1987. And from what I heard, they actually used a lot of recording devices and cameras and stuff like that that would have been around in that time to give it kind of a more authentic feel to it. It's almost kind of a found footage type show, sort of. I really enjoy it. I was kind of late to the party on this, but this is going to be a yearly watch for me now during the Halloween season. And if you haven't watched it yet, I do recommend it. This cover was limited to 2,000. I really love that. I think that's fantastic. It looks like a newspaper ad that you would see to kind of advertise this coming out, the special. And then this is a alternate cover. I don't know what this was limited to, but either way you get it. If you're a collector and you got to get both, I would track these down. But even if you don't really need a slipcover, if you're not a slipcover collector like me, just get the movie and check it out. It's a really fun time. So the next one is a sequel to the movie I just showed you. This is the kind of the deluxe edition called Out There Halloween Mega Tape. That also comes with a Trader Tony's Tape Dungeon book. I just recently showed this on the channel. I'm sure there's a lot of people who haven't watched that video though, so I'm gonna kind of go over it again, but it comes in this nice, thick, hard outer shell. Really nice package design there with the black and orange. I think that looks really beautiful. And back in the day, a lot of us would buy VHS tapes through the mail, stuff that you couldn't get in stores. And this is just kind of a mock catalog that you can get, that we would get back in the day when we ordered our movies. Kind of fan-made editions, if you know what I'm saying. And here is the movie that comes inside that outer shell. It's made to look like an old VHS tape. It has the double thick slipcover. This is just gorgeous. Really beautiful edition. It's made to look like a tape that was, scratched out, and there's an old kind of a mailing sticker at the top that's peeled off. Really beautiful. And then there was just a couple of little inserts talking about the movie catalog and the history behind that. And then this is just kind of an advertisement for some of the other releases that Terror Vision has put out. A really great company. Not only do they have movies, but they have soundtracks you can get on cassette tape or vinyl records. I believe they even have CDs. And there's just a lot of really, really great stuff there. So I would really strongly recommend these Halloween, the WNUF ones, and the sequel, Out There Halloween Mega Tape. They're really fun, and I think you'd probably want to add those to your yearly rotation for Halloween viewing. And the last one is Rumpelstiltskin. This is a movie I have a lot of fun with. The movie itself, it's not a great movie, but it's a fun watch. I have this on VHS. I have it on DVD, which was also kind of a hot ticket. It's kind of a rare DVD. And then Terror Vision, I'd say about like 6 months ago, less than a year ago, they put out this beautiful box set of the movie Rumpelstiltskin. It comes in the same type of packaging with that hard outer shell. And let me see if we can I'm gonna take it out and we'll kind of look at the insides here. And again, we'll kind of look at the outer shell. That looks beautiful. I love that chartreuse green against that purple and black background. That looks really, really good. A fun little creature feature with practical effects. Like this little guy in a monster rubber suit. Really nice addition. Again, it's not the greatest movie you'll ever see, but it's a lot of fun. And here's the 4K edition of it in the slipcover. Rumpelstiltskin steals a baby. I'm sure most of you have seen this by now. And then it also comes with a pretty decent sized book. Some nice glossy photos and thick pages and some write-ups here. You can see the Rumpelstiltskin character. Behind the scenes filming and stuff. Essays about the movie. Really, really beautiful. There's the Terror Vision logo. I'm a big fan. Terror Vision is excellent. And then it also came with this small poster. I'm not going to pull that out, but it just has the original VHS and DVD cover. So that is it for my small Vinegar Syndrome partner label movies. Again, if there's anything that you think I should pick up, please leave a comment below. I'm always looking for suggestions and adding to the collection, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm just going to end it here. Take care. Thank you very much for watching. I do have some plans coming up. I will be doing some collection overview videos. I'll be doing Arrow and Scream Factory and Blue Underground in my steelbooks, and I'll be releasing some videos coming up, so keep an eye out for those. And thank you for all the new subscribers that are here on the channel. Thank you to all those who comment and give thumbs up. It means a lot to me, and I'm just glad that you guys are here sharing this hobby of mine, and I really enjoy hearing from you guys. So, all right, take care. I will see you next time. Later.